if it was always what you saw, you would never do anything. You would never go past just what you saw. But the faith that you must have to carry and move mountains it's so small, because that faith opens up another door, and that faith helps you reach another mountain. Then you see another hill, another mountaintop from there. And so just a pure ounce of faith, it definitely can move you in places you've never been before. Many times we look at certain obstacles, and sometimes when it looks like we can actually make it, we have all the faith in the world. It's easy, it's comfortable to us. We have so much faith. But when it seems like something that we're very unsure of, then it's almost like trying to get the last ounce of gas out of your tank. And it's tough. And sometimes, I wonder what God thinks when he looks at us and says, I give you something, so simple, and you have all this faith in the world because you see it. And then I give you something so hard, and the same faith I ask you to have, you lower the dosage. And so I think it's a huge difference in the kind of heart and the kind of God you serve. And once you realize the type of God you serve, I think you lower, you increase the dosage of faith, and sure knowing that God is going to take care of it. But the difference between giving everything you have and being restrained is when you're restrained, you're forced to. When you're restrained, you have no self choice of what you want to do. But when you come to Jesus Christ, the Lord says that I stand at the door and knock. And I love the picture that it shows where Jesus is knocking at the door, but it's no handle on there. The handle's on the other side. And it's up to us to open that door and let him come in, and let him sup with us. And that's the huge difference about Christianity, is that God, he's not a forceful God. He's not trying to control you. He just asks that you just give all of yourself to him, and not giving all of yourself to him where you're not losing anything, but you're gaining everything that he has to offer. And you can't hold anything back, and we try to hold on to these little prized possessions that we have. We don't want to give them up. We just want to just hold on to them so bad, and give a little bit, when we don't realize that if we give it all to him, he's going to give us back that in 10 times more. And I think it's just all about us realizing that God is going to take care of us if we follow him. Faith isn't about being perfect. It isn't about it isn't about restraining yourself, but it's about trusting wholeheartedly, and it's about understanding that you're going to slip sometimes, you're going to make some mistakes, but definitely at the end of the day, God is going to be right there, and he's going to walk with you the whole way. I don't know if I could go on a journey without a guide or a tour guide to a place I've never been before, but with Christianity, we have a guide that guides us and shows us the way. I think God touches people in their own special way, and I feel like God calls people in their own very special way, because we're not all the same. We're very different. For as many humans that are on this world, we're so different, and many of us are drawn in different ways. And that's the great thing about God, is he knows which way we're drawn. Certainly if he knows the hairs on our head, he definitely knows how to bring us in and how to get our attention. And he knew exactly how to get my attention. At times I was angry. I was truly angry with God, because I was sitting there and I was trying to get the message, and I was trying to figure it out on my own. I was trying to get the message. I was trying to say, okay, well, not a problem. I understand I'm hurting. Okay, I'm just waiting on the next task, waiting on the next option. And it was kind of like you have that buffering screen on your cell phone. You're trying to watch a video you want to see, and it's just, my life was in a buffer for a minute. And I had to wait for the next instruction. I had to wait to see something happen. I had to continue to pray. And the only way I could get answers is if I prayed, or as if I read the word. That's the only way he would talk to me. And that's when I began to know that God is truly who he says he is. And he definitely began to start a work in me. And he's still working on me, working through me. Now, my plans haven't been where I thought I would be right now, as far as my career with athletics. But I've been as happy as I ever been. Uh, and I gave up everything, and I didn't know how I would even be making it right now without sports. But me giving up everything, I definitely can see where he has used me and giving it back to me tenfold.